Guys, how you doing? It's an exciting one. I've got stuff. We've got a new challenge. We've got some things to do, and I'm just going to sort this out while I show you a little bit of fishing last night. I went out fishing. I did a decent session, but I didn't get a lot of footage because the fishing was absolutely dire. I did get a little bit of footage. But yeah, have a look at this and then come back and I'll show you what I've got. Back down the beach. Just about to get set up. But that cloud looks a bit ominous, doesn't it? And just to top it off, I've got a puncture in my wheel. So it doesn't actually look like the rain's going to come to anything, which is good. The reason I didn't go out fishing last night was because it was drizzly. It was that fine drizzle that just gets everything soaking wet through, and I hate that because you don't realise it and all of a sudden everything's soaked. But I'm back down the same spot. Now how do we follow a session like that? Try and catch another one perhaps? We had the spotty down there last week, we had the undulate down there this week. So maybe we try for a thornback. Or anything else that swims. It's not just going to be rays out there. There might be doggies, and we are fishing the flood. It's obviously 2 days later and the tide's a bit later. I've got here a little bit later as well, but the tide's quite low and I've probably got about, looks like about 2.5 hours of the flood to fish, so I'm really pleased with that. I've just started filming now, but the 2 rods are actually out. I didn't want to mess about and waste any time getting the rods out there. Both on the pompey loops with a pennel at the bottom and the 1.0 at the top. We've got our usual bluey and squid on the bottom and a single sand eel at the top. And they're out there. There's not a lot of tide at the moment. They're sitting pretty. They're not moving. They're not doing much. So I'm just going to keep an eye on them and probably give these maybe 25 minutes. And then wind them in, freshen up the baits, and then just repeat the process. But we are in eye shot of Matt, fishing with Matt UK. He's been out in his sim today, and he knew I was coming down to fish tonight. So I've just set up, and he's just come zooming over about 20 yards from the beach just to have a bit of a natter. And now he knows this is the spot I had that undulate from the other night. He's anchored up about 200 yards out from where I'm fishing. So fair play to him, as long as he doesn't spook my fish. If he catches one, fair play to him. He's been out all day, and I think he had a thornback about 3 pounds, and I think he just went out a long way and had a load of dogfish. And now he's come inshore to fish the evening into darkness in the hope of an undulate. I think that's what he really wants to catch. So yeah, we're going to sit and watch these rods, and then when it gets to about 15 minutes, probably start baiting up another rig ready to do the do. There goes Captain Pugwash. So we gave it 25 minutes and we're on the first rods in. And a little bit of nibbling, but I thought that might have been a bite there. But still well intact. So I've rebaited with exactly the same and put them back out again. I was trying to hit Matt, trying to hit his boat with my leads, but he is a bit offshore, so didn't quite reach him. I'll cast a bit harder next time. So yeah, it wasn't that great. The conditions were perfect, and I was really chuffed that after having that rain on Monday, I was back down again on the Wednesday with a later tide. I had more of the flood to fish. The weather was perfect. I was just watching motionless rods for the whole night. After I'd packed the camera away and everything was down, all I had left out was the 2 rods. So I wound in the first one, nothing, put that away, and I wound in the very last rod, and there was a dogfish on there. So didn't get to film any of it, but it was a dogfish. You've seen a million of them. So what's going on? Well, I've set myself a new challenge. I've got this my Flarden. I've got it's starting to make a little bit of noise. So what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to take it apart and I'm going to give it a clean out. I think it's because I've been dipping them in fresh water after every session. I've been told that's not that great. So I'm going to stop doing that, give them a wipe down, and then every so often just take them apart and give them a good clean out and an oil up. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to give one of them a bit of a clean up and an oil up tonight, and then possibly I might get out later after dinner to do a little bit of casting. It's going to be dark, but I can put the glow lid on so I can see what's going on. So that's all for later, but I've got some FS365 as well on recommendation to give my rods a little wipe down with it. And it stops corrosion and all that good stuff. It's for motorbikes, but it's good for rods as well, so that's all good. So what's the challenge? Well, you've seen it in the title. It's the TEMU challenge. I've decided to order some stuff from TEMU and set myself a challenge to go out fishing and catch stuff purely on TEMU tackle. What could go wrong?
Stop it. Get some help.
So already I've ordered 3 fixable reels and didn't even spend 20 quid. And these reels are really nice. I mean, 3 fixables, metal spools, good handles, smooth. What's not to like? And they're cheap as chips, so if they do break and don't last the test of time, you throw them away. But I just thought, do you know what? It's, from what I can gather, it's like Wish, but better quality. So I've got 3 fixables. That one, this one, all gold and sexy, with a folding handle. Folding handle. So that's are they going to last? I don't know. But they look great, and they're as cheap as chips. So that's 2, and then the third one, beautiful looking reel, absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to load them up with some braid, which I've got in the new parcel, and then they're ready to go out and do some spinning and or some, I don't know yet. I'll work it out, but I'll go fishing with just TEMU stuff and see if we can catch some fish. I ordered some stuff around the house as well, like these. They go over the top of a door and you can hang coats on them. And they're great. These, they're imps, breakaway imps, but they're TEMU imps. So you get like a packet of 25 for 4 quid. And I've got one out, and they seem alright. I don't know. It flex a little bit when you cast, but I'm going to try them. They're not going to be as good as breakaway ones, but for the money, it's worth a look. Now, I had to kick myself out fully, so I've also got myself some fishing gloves from TEMU with rubberized palms and Velcro and fingers missing. They're like neoprene and fingers missing, so I can still bait up and things. How cool are they? Proper like American bass fishing gloves. And some kind of hat that's going to stop me from getting burnt by the sun, because it's got neck and a big brim. And this thing, I don't know what this thing is, it's got poppers actually, and it might sort of cover my mouth or something. Do we look like a beekeeper? But yeah, so that's my new TEMU fishing hat. I'm going to wear that and these when I do the challenge, don't worry. It's going to be fun. I'm probably going to go somewhere where we can fish sort of off a jetty or something and maybe catch some wrasse or some pouting, or I don't know, maybe do some spinning for mullet or bass. I don't know. What else have we got? I've got another one of them, got loads of them things around the back of the door, but they're handy because I get stickers, hook stickers, stick them on the door, hang a coat on it, come back the next day, it's all on the floor. Crap. And these ones as well, these sort of hang over a door and they're hooks as well, so I get a couple of those. They're just handy to have around the house. What else have we got? Right, so this, you'll like this. Obviously I've got 3 reels, but if I'm going to do a TEMU challenge, I've got to have a TEMU rod as well, right? And I've got a TEMU rod. It's a Sugalang. That's what one of the reels is as well. Look, that looks the nuts. Or I'm nuts, one or the other. But I just thought this would be a fun little challenge. Just to go out and catch fish. I've seen some people over in America who've done it. I haven't seen anyone over here that's done it, so I could be the pioneer. But look at that little rod. Look at that little handle. With a little reel seat that goes up and down. Well, I wonder if we're going to get that fixed ball. We had that fixed ball going there. So it's a 5-piece rod with eyes and a hook keeper. Oh my God, what have we let ourselves in for? Do you know, it don't actually look that bad. We'll see what it's like when it all goes together. So that probably goes there. Oh, look at that. It's fiberglass, not carbon. Got a decent little action on it. And that bit goes in there. And then we've got like a 6-foot rod. 5.5, 6-foot rod. To put a fixed ball on. Yeah, it's going to bend well. But if we catch like small species, you know, like little shoalies on spinners or mullet or wrasse or something like that, that could be quite fun. Ooh, just broke it. No, I didn't. So there we go, a little travel rod as well. So, and the other beauty is that I can put all of this in like a tiny little rucksack. Ow, put myself in the face in. In a tiny little rucksack on my back with a little selection of spinners or something, or like little rubber worms, jelly worms or something, that I'm also going to get off TEMU because I need to make another order. And then we're away. And this, oh God, I wonder what that's like. It's braid. It's quite thin actually. I would tell you what it is, but they've stuck a label right over the information. But I think it was something like £24 braid. So probably enough to fill one of them reels up. And it's like multicoloured braid, it's really cool. So we've got some TEMU braid, TEMU reels, TEMU rod, imps. That's a pasta drainer. Right, you don't need to see that. That's a... God, they wedge this stuff in, don't they? And that's a toilet brush in the shape of a cherry. I thought that was pretty cool. That rustling's probably making loads of noise. Do it very well. But yeah, I was intrigued. So that just goes in the toilet, right? And it's a toilet brush for cleaning your clinkers out. How cool is that? Alright, maybe it's just me. That's a set of drainers for pasta and and that's it. Oh, no, it's not. What's that? Oh, here you go. Oh, that one's been sellotaped to the inside of the debris. Why have they done that? Silly little people. That is that all of it? That is earth rigs. Little earth rigs, little earth bars, which are really handy just for like swivel on it. Lead on there. A little spinning swivel there just to have like a flowing trace off of it. So we've got earth rigs, which have all just fell out of the packet. See, we've got earth rigs, rod, reel, braid. We need to get some hooks and some lures, maybe some little spinners. Got my hat, my gloves. I need to get some sunglasses. Done up some really cool like mirrored lens sunglasses to make it all kosher. Got the brush. And then we can go out fishing with the TEMU gear. That sounds good. So yeah, watch this space. I'm going to get a couple more bits, like terminal tackle now, and some sunglasses. And then probably a little bag as well, a little bag backpack to put it all in. And then it's complete pack of TEMU gear, go out somewhere on the coast and see if we can catch some fish. What do you think? I think that would be pretty cool actually. So what I'm going to do now is stop waffling, keep an eye on the dinner because I've got a roast on the go. I'm going to get this apart and give it a clean out and give it a little oil up, and then later on I might get out and do a little bit of casting. So thanks for watching this section. There will be more. So I've had a lovely evening with the fam, watched a bit of Top Gear with the boy, watched the Africa special where they had the estate cars and they went across the desert, and that was good fun. Had a nice dinner. He's fast asleep now, it's 10 o'clock at night now. So I thought I'd come and have a go at this. Do that bit of casting like I said. I took the reel apart and I gave it a good clean out, oiled it up a little bit, and the side plate was loose. I've changed the original screws over to the thumb screws, the custom thumb screws, and they haven't got a slot on them, so you can't do them up with a screwdriver, and that's purposely so that they are thumb tight. You can't do it any more than that, because if they're any tighter it can push on the side plate and it can end up making the spool rub. But what I didn't realise was that in time they do work loose, and I've just got to, before each session at least, just make sure that they're thumb tight before I start fishing. That's the main thing. But yeah, now it's all cleaned and back together. I just thought I'd come around here and put a couple out, and just see how it performs. Do a couple of lazy ones and then put a couple of longer ones at night time. It's good that I can get down at night time with the night lead. I can watch the video back and have a look at the technique, make sure that the technique's okay, and I'm happy with that. And also when I'm actually casting out there into the sea, I can actually see when the lead hits the water, when the light disappears, and then I can quickly stop the spool, so avoid any overruns, which is good. But yeah, I'm going to stop waffling and get on with it. A little bit of a lazy one just to start with. Sounds nice now. Sounds right now. I think we've got to the bottom of it. I think I just need to undo that mag a little bit, and then the noise is gone. Side plate tight, mag undone a little bit, and I think we've solved it. But we're probably going to get stuck in the mud here as well, because it's fairly shallow out there. And I think the line's going to be coming into the water at quite a trajectory. That's a hard word to say. Right. Let's see how we go with this. Very nice. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that now. I think we've fixed whatever problem we had. It's a combination of stuck in the mud. Combination of that side plate being loose. I think I swapped it out for the custom ones without the screw heads, so they're literally just doing thumb tight, so you can't overdo them. But I think they might work loose a little bit, so I think I learnt a little lesson there, that before every session, I think if I just nip them up finger tight just to make sure that they're okay, then we won't have any problems. That magnet is a little bit too close when it's all the way in, so I think I just need to back that off sort of a quarter of a turn before the fishing, and then I don't think it'll have any issues. I think we'll be fine with it. I'd like to get to the bottom of that star drag issue that these reels have got. So temperamental. You can get it to start taking line off on the clicker, but in a fishing situation you wouldn't want it to be temperamental, you want it to be working. So in a situation when I'm fishing maybe for like smooth hounds and I need that ticker, I'll go switch over to the pens for that. I think that would be a good idea. I hit the left. Wow, still going. I hit the floor then. That was silly. But you know what? I think that drop might have been a little bit too low. That's what's caused that. got tarty pink line on here now. I think I've showed you it when I was down the beach. I've got some Tronics Pro Blaze, £15, 0.30. So I've got more line on there now, and it's going to be more difficult for me to empty it out. When I had the 0.35 on there and I was doing a decent cast down the beach, and then at low tide I had to walk sort of 100, 110 yard cast maybe, just putting it out there, and then another 60, 70 yards back up to the rod rest from the water's edge when it's low tide. And I didn't have much left on the reel. I'm not having that problem now. I've got more line on there. And I think for the clean ground that I'm fishing down on Eastney there, don't need anything too hectic. It's not as if I'm fishing the Bristol Channel or anything like that. So I think we're okay. Right, let's have another go at that. And then, actually I'm going to look at that lead because it looks like it's bent now. We've got Christ, we've got a great... now we've got a straight lead. Actually, I think I'm going to change the angle of the camera. The angle of the dangle. Right, so we've got a new angle. I've got you behind me now. Just so I can have a look at the cast. When I get back home and have a little look, I can have a look at it from behind now. Plus on the side. Right. Got to watch that handle. Nice. Yeah. Safe to say that's fixed. And stuck in the mud again. Right, I'm going to do one more cast and then I'm going to get home because I've done what I wanted to do. Obviously working perfectly. Yeah, nice. That'll do. Let's get that wound in and then I'll say my goodbyes. Go home, get some shut eye because I've got to get up 6 o'clock in the morning, working from 7:30 till 12:30, and then I'm going to have a go at them rods with that FS365, give them a wipe over. I want to do that after every session, but I didn't do it when I got home from fishing last night because I knew that FS365 was arriving today, so I can do that tomorrow. So that's it, that's the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed that, a little bit of varied content. The fishing wasn't the best. I kind of stopped recording halfway through the session because I knew it was going to be just motionless rods and not much happening. But I wanted to put it in anyway because we're charting the progress. The TEMU thing I'm quite excited about. We've got some of the stuff, just need to get a bit of terminal tackle and maybe a bag, and then we can go out and have a little adventure with just TEMU tackle. That'd be quite fun. And then finishing off with a little bit of casting. I just wanted to, as I've said, have a little play with the reel after fixing it, and it looks like it's okay, so got no problems there. One of the pens has got a bit poorly at the moment. Well, I realised that one of the later windings, I've got a little bit of a nick in the line and it's like 100 yards in, so I need to strip all that off and redo the line. I don't want to take any chances, especially with big fish season coming. Smooth hounds coming up, I want to have a go for some big bass, and also obviously there's rays around, so I don't want to take any chances. So I'm going to get straight on top of that, get that fixed. But thanks so much for watching the video. Been a pleasure making the videos for you. I'm glad you enjoy them. And these ones with a varied content, I think they're a bit different from just a fishing video or whatever else. So thanks again for watching. Tight lines, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers guys.